Hi there, I am Ann Moses. Yes, most times when we want to get into a relationship precisely, most times we see families. Most times we see families as being obstacles to our relationship. Maybe we have had a relationship, and like I used to say, our parents, the part they play in every relationship we get into is important. The part they play in our lives, because their interest as a parent, every parent's interest is to see that his or her child is doing well. Their prayers is that the best comes for you and the best you go for. So most times we see in relationship, especially when we get into relationship, or maybe in the first instance, and maybe parents, you see that, okay, fine, they begin to advise you, they tell you this person is really not good for you. There are things that parents sees. They see a lot of things that we seated, or we going around and seeing things. We are just seeing the shining, the gold part of it, the elegant part of it. There are a lot of things that parents sees, that we don't see, especially when you get into a relationship and everything is just rosy, everything is just sweet. Sometimes we are taking off from the reality side of life to the other side, where we just want to see things because we feel everything is just rosy now, everything is just sweet, and it's going to be like that in that relationship. No. Most times, like I mentioned earlier, our parents really sees a lot of things that we cannot see. So most times we see that our parents comes in to tell us things about, okay, oh, this guy, I don't think this guy is good for you. I don't think this guy will be good for you in the near future. If you're really planning to do something or to have something serious in life, I don't think this person is good for you. They begin to chip in their advice, which is very good. Most times I tell people, I said, listen to your parents' advice. Do not avoid their advice. Do not avoid them when you get into a relationship. Do not keep them away from. Don't say, I love my relationship. Love your relationship. Cherish your family, because they really have a lot to play in your life and in that family, in that your relationship, because the best is what they want for you. No family or no mother or no father will sit out there, or no brother will sit out there and like wish you don't have the best. So most times when we get into relationships, we need to shift advice. We need to seek counsel from elderly people who are experienced, people who are godly, people who you see as role model. They have been in this thing from time, and that does not mean they don't have their challenges back in the room. Most times they have those things, but they have a way of resolving conflicts. You see people like that, maybe in church, maybe in a social gathering, at your place of work. That does not mean you should announce to everybody about your relationship, the one you're getting into and the one you're in. No, but you seek counsel from people who know that these people will be able to talk to you. They'll be able to give you advice that will be useful to you. And when advice is sent to you, you need to bring them together, shift them. These are opinions. You shift them. You know the one that is best for you, because what works for Anne might not work for Agnes. You shift this advice. You pick the ones that are good for you. God is saying, do not date that person. My sign number one, this person he's not interested in you. You're just the only one, because, okay, fine, in the first stance, he walked up to you and asked for a relationship, or, he's been making advances. He walked up to you, he talked to you, maybe, okay, can we go out? Can we hang out? Can we have something doing? Can we start something? And, because you have been long waiting for this thing, or maybe you have been seeing this person, you were actually waiting for that time when he will come say it. Or maybe he never even said it. You were just all over him, and before you know, things started falling in place. You started playing along. You are the only one that makes things happen. You're the only one that checks on him. You're the one that want to know about his well-being. You're the only one that want to know about things that are going wrong, things that are going well with him. The person is not interested. You just know that this thing is not working. You're just trying to make them work. And especially sometimes when we're in love with someone, sometimes my uncle used to say it's lost, it's not love. When we are actually losting, or we are not getting it right, we most times don't want to tell our parents, we don't want to tell friends, we don't even want a second opinion. We want to hide everything. We want to muzzle everything and have them right in between our palms. And we no longer want someone else to have to know about what we are going through. We really want to make them work. You can't just make things work on your own. You need different opinions. You need prayers. You need God. Because you're not the owner of relationship. Anything friendship relation, it comes from God. The best comes from God. He said that his plans for you is to give you a future and an expected end. Is that not the Bible? That's your Bible. Yes. He said he will give you an expected end. So also, like I mentioned our parents earlier, they want an expected end for us. So point number one, they are not interested in you. When you see signs that they are not interested, you don't hide it. You don't need to hide it from your parents. You don't even need to hide it from you. You don't even need to hide it from your friends. You don't even want to tell you that you need to go fasting. No, you have to put a no to it. You have to work out of that relationship. Help yourself and help him. And then you go get your own, because the time you're spending and wasting here, your man is actually waiting for you somewhere. And that person's woman is actually somewhere waiting for him. My point number two is, when you don't agree, you don't come to terms, when you discuss, you have discussion, you know, at the end of the day, maybe you're leading, maybe you are the one that have the finance, you have the, you know, you're strong financially, you're bringing up things, you're bringing up conversation, you have your plans, and at the end of the day, you're just not coming to terms. You're just not coming to a conclusion. A wrap-up conclusion. Something needs an expected end. Just know that that man is not for you. There are good signs to tell you that silently. You don't even need anyone to advise you. There are signs to tell you that, no, this man is not for you. You have to keep off. My point number three, you are not moving on the same pace. Fine, most times relationship, when we start relationship, you sometimes see the guy or the lady, okay, fine, this lady is not a graduate yet, he's still in the school, or the guy is still in the school, or it depends, you know, friendship you cannot choose. It depends how you meet yourselves, it depends how you accept yourself, what you want and what the other person wants, you know. It depends on what you want for life. And then you have to, okay, fine, like bring this person, support this person to be on the same pace with you, especially if it's the woman. You know, sometimes like the woman is supposed to be beside the man. You support this man to like, okay, fine, you have not graduated yet, but we really want something. You love me, I love you. You know, you're trying to push this person, but you just know that this person is not ready. You're not on the same pace. You're planning something, and at the end of the day, maybe you're spending something on something. You're planning, okay, fine, by this time you should have graduated. By this time you should have put on your project work or your thesis. But at the end of the day, you have sent in money for this purpose, and at the end of the day, it's not achieved. And when you want to talk about this thing, this guy is not ready to discuss that. This guy is not ready, or the lady is not even ready. So you just know that you are not working on the same pace. Please move on and let this person be. You don't need to waste much time in a relationship that like this, because God is giving you every sign you need to tell you that this relationship is not working, it's not for you. My sign number 4 is that this person just wants to get the best from you. He always or she always wants to get from you. This person is always ready to milk from you. He wants to get things from you. And when he or she gets these things, most times he uses them against you. Maybe the guy comes around, he wants money to solve his problem, he wants money to do this, he tells you, I want to do this. At the end of the day, he tells you, oh, how did you get this money? Oh, you actually have an amount like this. You never told me, you never discussed this. He uses or she uses them against you. The person is even jealous, number one. The person is not happy with your well-being. The person doesn't even want to be in the same. This person does not want that relationship. These are good signs that tells you God does not want you in this. You have to agree. A relationship you want to have work, a relationship that you want to be together, you want to be happy for life, you see things working and falling in place. Before you say A, the A is already ready and written and is boldly and glaringly, is glaring, is set. That is when you know that this thing, God is involved in this thing. Give me likes, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, don't forget to share, because subscribing to my YouTube channel, because I make videos like this on weekly, I make videos like this, you'll be able to get updates on my new videos and all that. You'll be able to get to know much about fresh things, and then your comments are always welcome, because your comments gives me that grace and that opportunity to know what next you want me to talk about. Thank you.